What's going on, guys, gals, and kids of all ages? It's Eric coming back at you from the Nerd Cave. Today we are at a bit of a unique angle because, as you may be able to see in front of me, we are going to be opening a box of MetaZoo Cryptid Nation. This is the first set of MetaZoo, so definitely an awesome set. Looking forward to opening some of the cards from this. We're going to be talking about, is MetaZoo dead or not? It's a hot topic for debate right now. I've definitely been crunching the numbers, looking at some data, pulling some Facebook groups with people who have been in the market for a long time, seeing what their thoughts are on things. And I think largely people would tell you yes, but I've definitely crunched some numbers, and I do want to share some data that pertains to that and see if maybe that opinion is skewed by some things, and see how much it actually compares to Pokemon and Magic the Gathering, if at all, or if we're all doomed. But without any further ado, let's get into cracking this box. Definitely looking forward to this opening. I've been waiting to crack some MetaZoo for a bit, and now is the time. Actually have some MetaZoo in hand, ready to go. Alright, cool. That's probably going to be a better angle for this. You can see my microphone, but that's okay. Alright. First box of MetaZoo. If this is popular, I'm definitely going to be looking to do more of these, so let me know. Did you enjoy it? Did you hate it? What do you think overall of the MetaZoo opening? So I guess all MetaZoo boxes, at least this one, have a box topper. That is specific card, specific type of rare, so we'll go ahead and get into that last. But jumping into the topic, is MetaZoo dead? It's hard to say. And a lot of people would say yes. The price on the Kickstarter boxes was at, I think, I don't know, $10,000 at one point, and now it's down to $2,000 something. The price on first edition booster boxes was $500-600. It's down to $300 to $400 now. So everything is down. Does that mean the game is dead? Maybe, maybe not. It means the game, it's a great time if you're looking to get into the game and you're looking to play. You want to crack some packs. It is one of the most affordable hobbies that there is. Definitely much more affordable than cracking, say, Pokemon or Magic the Gathering. With these packs for Cryptid Nation right now running about $50 to $60 a box. You're looking at under $2 a pack. There's 36 packs in a box, so definitely a great value for your money. I'm going to mainly focus on the rares for the opening, even though I'm going to be going back and looking at all the cards because I do want to build a deck. Hey, Quetzalcoatlus. That seems pretty good. I've heard good things about this creature. So that seems pretty solid if it'll focus up here. And Suburban. I thought there was 2 rares in these. Maybe that's something they started doing later. Quetzalcoatlus, pretty cool. Go ahead and drop that guy in a penny sleeve before we get any scuffing. Right, let's see what we got in our second pack. Definitely looking for that Mothman. I believe is going to be in the first set. But I didn't do a lot of research on this set ahead of time. Just started cracking packs. Killer Clown, Water Gun, Grounding. I've heard people talk some smack about the art on these cards. I think they're nice. Chaos Crystal. I've heard that this one's pretty good. 1 per spellbook page anytime, generate 3 aura of any type. Yeah, so this is essentially like your Black Lotus for Magic. So that seems pretty good. We'll go ahead and get that one sleeved up as well. But there are some interesting things happening in the market right now. I think a lot of people would say that it is based largely on the MetaZoo Topps cards coming out and how they are affecting the market currently. I would have to disagree. I think that the MetaZoo cards are, the Topps cards are definitely affecting the MetaZoo market currently and making it spike. When you're looking at the eBay solds, what's selling currently is not all Topps Chrome. It is a variety of MetaZoo products. Alien Astronaut in the front of all 3 packs so far. That definitely seems interesting. But it is definitely starting to trend upwards. People are saying it's a random spike caused by Topps Chrome, but I would like to think that that is just not true, and that there is some new interest in the game as people, like I said, from all walks of life are buying in. Hey, we got the Loveland Frogman. I know he's definitely a fan favorite, so that is awesome. Definitely getting some really cool cards out of these packs so far. I'll actually go ahead and throw a chart up on screen, a little bit of data that I went ahead and put together as far as what's kind of going on with the trending with MetaZoo right now, and we'll go ahead and talk about it while it's on screen. As you can see from the chart, we've got about 48% of the player base is currently in buy mode, not in sell mode. That could be just because prices are low, people don't want to lose money, but there's a lot more buying than selling happening. Currently, things are really trending up. MetaZoo had only moved about 1,800 products through eBay in the course of the last 12 months, and we're looking at more like 200 to 300 products in the last 30 days. So when we're comparing that to the 12-month average, that is a clear trend up. I'm talking to people who do have TCG shops and online retailers and things like that, and they are also confirming that things are trending up for them. They're seeing a lot more sales of MetaZoo, and they could not be more happy. Tizaruk. Oh, it's a red star. 19 out of 159. I wonder what the red star means. Gonna have to definitely look that up. If I'm missing something that's super rare, go drop the hype in the comments below for sure. I think that's the first one I've got that's a red star like that. Yeah, these ones are all silver. I have to assume that that red star means something. Probably over here opening fire and not even realizing it. But we went ahead and also looked at eBay sales in the last 30 days. And things are definitely starting to trend upward, like I mentioned. They're doing around $300 in sales daily on eBay right now as far as the MetaZoo category is concerned, which isn't terrible. Flatwoods Monster. It's pretty cool. Getting some unique cards. Definitely super happy to jump right in with Chaos Crystal and Loveland Frogman. Those are definitely 2 cards I wanted. I believe the Chaos Crystal has 1 per spellbook. Loveland Frogman's only 2. This Tizaruk is also 1 per spellbook, so perhaps that is better than I'm giving it credit for. What is its ability? If it is snowing, gain some abilities. Thunder Blast. Interesting. I'll go ahead and crack into the next pack here. Batso Squatch. That's kind of cool. I actually really like the art. I find the art pretty charming on these cards. It's really, to me, pretty reminiscent of old anime art, not the more modern stuff. Unending Fire Crystal. Oh yeah, that seems pretty good. This essentially generates 2 mana instead of 1 for the fire type, which seems pretty good. Doesn't cost anything to cast. Could come out in addition to an aura. That's one thing that's really interesting about MetaZoo. Some of the cards that they're putting out are quite powerful, and because of that, there's a lot of sway that can happen in the games. So it's never as clear, kind of cut and dry as I feel like Magic can be. There's a lot of like really powerful cards that can happen and sway a game one way or another. And it almost plays more like MTG Vintage. If you ever played Vintage Magic the Gathering, there were some cards that are legal in Vintage, like the Power 9, that can definitely sway a game with 1 card. cactus cat. Looks like this one's a red square. That's interesting. I don't know what that means. I guess that's maybe the reverse hollow marking. Definitely starting to get into some less exciting cards. It's still exciting nonetheless. I'm going to take a pause here in a second, and then we'll finish with this box break thereafter. Oh, here's another cactus cat. So was that my rare? Seems like it's a common, but I guess if you get it in a reverse hollow, it takes the place of a rare? That kind of stinks. I'm not in love with that. Maybe that makes them more rare in a way. Behind, starting with Slide Rock Bolter, 1 per spell book. I feel like that's something that can limit the interest as well. Like if somebody's looking for a Slide Rock Boulder, they're probably, or Bolter, excuse me, they're probably only looking for one of those because it is 1 per spellbook, which is gonna dwindle the interest unless somebody wants to build multiple spellbooks. Definitely can't rule that out. I had multiple decks when I played Magic. For those of you who don't know, I did play Magic competitively for a number of years. Pretty seriously competitively, actually. This is definitely a good one. Even though it is pretty common, you can have 5 per spellbook as well. I'm not sure that you need the whole 5, but you can have 5. Nice, we got another unending fire crystal. So I feel like the MetaZoo gods are trying to tell me to play fire. I got both my unending fire crystals. Could definitely make a deck with a full place out of those. I do like the hollow pattern with the stars. It's definitely nice. That's so Squatch, Killer Clown, Pass Trap, Sewer Alligator, Balancing Beam, Icy Path, Retribution, and we got Hodeg. Again, 1 per spellbook. Maybe that's just kind of the norm for some of the bigger monsters, that there are just 1 per spellbook. We'll go ahead and we'll open one more pack, and then we'll take a brief pause, and then we'll go ahead and get into opening the rest of the packs and talking more about today's subject matter. Retribution, Mermaid Scales. So this is kind of like the unending fire crystal, but that is going to be for blue for the water type beasties. So pretty good there. Honestly, I'm pretty happy with this box so far. We're going to take a brief pause and then we'll jump back into it. All right, and just like that, we are back at it. Alright, hopefully that's going to balance. We'll see. But let's go ahead and crack back into the pack opening. Just a reminder of some of the stuff we opened so far. Fingers crossed for good things. But yeah, I really think the market is starting to trend in the other direction. It's been on a pretty steady dip for a little over a year. Which is crazy, but I really think it's starting to go the other way. Death Beam. That seems pretty good. Death Beam. Oh yeah, just look at the foiling on that. Really, really nice looking cards. Starting to see some trending up. So, makes me hopeful. Native has been performing pretty well. I think people are having a lot of fun opening Native. I actually haven't cracked any Native yet. I'm just getting into my first box here with 2nd edition. But I'm really looking forward to the actual deck building aspect. Really looking forward to the deck building aspect of this game. I think that's what's ultimately going to be the most fun for me. Like I mentioned, I did play Magic competitively for a number of years. I built many a Magic deck in my day. I also lived through the time in the trend of Magic and the trend of Pokemon, where it was kind of down. Everything was down. Black Hole Shard. Oh, nice. So this is another one of those double mana cards, but this one is for whatever that symbol is called. Not sure. So that's cool. This one's a reverse holo. But I did see their kind of sophomore slump with Magic and Pokemon when they just really weren't as popular as they once were. And a lot of people were selling, and a lot of people were buying. There was still a market. The market was still developing. So it wasn't necessarily a big bad problem, because what ultimately ended up happening is a little bit less product was produced for a few sets. Those sets became a lot more desirable in the long run, and now those cards are quite expensive. Oh, we got the Bigfoot. But yeah, very pretty. Very cool. Super happy with that. I know that's a popular one for sure. Pretty cool. But I love that, just being somebody who's into like ghosts and cryptozoology and all that kind of stuff. I love what they've been doing with MetaZoo. I'm familiar with a lot of the, they call them beasties. Familiar with a lot of these cryptids already. Probably even when they get into other places, when they start moving on to the other sets, I think I'll still have a lot of familiarity with probably a lot of the things we're talking about. Hey, we've got a lizard man. Very cool. Yeah, the rares are, I feel like they're being fair to me so far. I saw somebody open a box and get, I don't know, I think like a 15, so like almost half of his box were those dual mana cards, which may be pretty desirable. They seem pretty useful. Definitely be good to have a set to play with, just to build decks. So I'm sure people are looking for those from a deck building perspective, but seemed like he got a lot of them, so I'm happy honestly to get a little less in this box. Hey, there it is, the Piazza bird. Very nice. Love to see it. That's definitely one we're looking for. I don't know. I guess Mothman is on the pack, so Mothman's got to be in this set, right? So Mothman's definitely a big one we're looking for out of these packs. But I know Piazza Bird is another one that is very popular. So I'm hopeful that one's got some solid value. Get into a Mothman pack. Hopefully it'll give us some Mothman luck. Moonman People, Skeleton, Chippy Quetzal, Icy Path, Stone Skin. Hey, we got the Blood Ruby. So that's another one of those dual mana ones. But this one is, from what I've gathered, a little bit more popular. This is a reverse holo version. As you can see, the holo is on the ruby as opposed to around it. That's pretty cool. Have not pulled one of these yet, so I'm pretty happy to pull that. But I don't honestly, personally see the big hype around the Topps Chrome product. I know people are having a lot of fun opening it. I wouldn't scoff at opening it. Like, I would open some if I found it at retail, which seems like a pipe dream at this point. But I don't see the appeal. You can't play with the cards. Are the cards pretty? Sure. Do they have serialized cards? Definitely. Have people made $30,000 bounties? From what I understand, yes. If you didn't see, the Loveland Frogman sold for like $31,000, and I think there was maybe Mothman that sold for that as well. That's pretty good. We got a full holo growth. So, pretty cool. And I know not everybody feels this way, but I do like, actually like the red borders on the cards. I think that really gives it something unique going on. Also really happy to have got very few duplicates on the rare department thus far. Tricadero, Dragon's Breath, Invisibility, Power Up Green. Hey, and Babe the Blue Ox. Pretty cool. We got this one is another full holo. I'm not familiar with the like Hateful Eight or Noxious 9 or whatever they call them. I have heard about that. I've heard people talking about that. There's some cards that come only in full holo and therefore are a bit harder to pull out of the packs. But I just haven't done that much research. I was like, you know, the cost of the boxes right now is so low that I'm like, I'll buy one and rip it and have some fun. You know, build some decks. And maybe get my buddy John into it. If you watch the food eating videos, you've seen John before. Hey, another lightning in a bottle. That'll be good for a playset. Woo! And another chaos crystal. I mean, I only play one per spell book, but that still seems like a pretty good card to have more than one of. I don't know how common it is to pull two of those, though. This one's the reverse holo. Was my last one a reverse holo? Or was it the full holo? Oh, yes, we got the full holo and the reverse holo. So that's cool that they're at least different. If I'm going to pull two of the same card. But we have the full holo over here and the reverse holo on this side. Very cool. Super happy to pull both of those in this box. So really not even a duplicate. It's cool that they do that. Kind of like Pokemon cards where they have the full holo, reverse holo. There's some variety to it, at least. I think that I have more than a playset of those at this point. Forest God's Amber. Okay, so this is the 2 mana for green. Pretty cool. Full holo. The amber definitely looks cool in the middle. We're going on like 20 minutes. I know this video is getting pretty long, so I'm going to try to speed it up through these last few packs, and just continue to kind of speculate on what I think is going to be fun to build, what I think is coming down the pipeline. We know that, ooh, we got Sam Sinclair. I feel like that's definitely a good one. It's kind of the main character, the Ash Ketchum, if you will, of MetaZoo. So super, super happy to pull that full holo Sam Sinclair. Very cool. This is one I've actually watched a couple box openings of the Cryptid Nation set. Haven't seen somebody pull this. I'm sure there have been many pulled. I don't think it's like uber rare or anything. But I haven't seen anyone pull it, which makes me think it's probably a pretty good pull. And I'm definitely happy to have it for my collection. I have to read into what a lot of these cards do. Like I said, I haven't played the game. I'm just now kind of looking to get into it. So I do need to kind of read the cards. I have learned about the mechanics, watched some basic stuff on casting, how the game works, how the flow of the game goes. I played Magic for many years, as I mentioned. I've played various other card games. So it's not too much for me to wrap my head around, although in comparison, and we got Chessie, it does seem like this game is fairly complicated, which is honestly a good thing for somebody who's a veteran card game player. I think this would really appeal to people who have played Magic a lot, or even played Pokemon a lot, even though it does play very different than Pokemon to me, even though they say this is the Pokemon killer and Flesh and Blood is the quote-unquote Magic killer. I do think this game honestly plays a little more closely to Magic than it does to Pokemon. Although I didn't play Pokemon as much as I played Magic. We got an Earth's Core, so this is going to be another one of those duels. Again, not bad to have a set of these. These aren't necessarily what I'm looking to pull. Do really want to get at least one Mothman. Mothman, from what I've looked into from this set, just based on what his ability is, unless there's some combo I'm not aware of, probably isn't a card that I'm going to want to play. It's kind of luck-based, and it's got some pretty negative effects if it doesn't work out. But it's got some cool art. It's very popular with the community, so it's definitely one I would like to pull. We got Metal Man of Alabama. Another unique one, at least. As long as I'm pulling unique cards, I'm pretty happy with what's happening here overall. I'll crack into the next one. Ghost Train. It's got a lot of text on it, so that is not one I'm going to be learning right now. But the art is pretty. That is a full holo. Yeah, I've heard this game get guff from some people about the art. I really think the art's nice. I think the foil on the rares really drives it home. I think even on the non-rares, it's got a certain charm to it. Like, it should be Mothman, not the Mothman I'm looking for. The art is not as advanced in a way as Magic or maybe even as Pokemon, but it is still very nice. Ooh, we got another Piazza Bird. I can only play one per spell book, but I gotta feel like pulling the two of those guys out of a box is pretty good. And I think these were both full holo. I don't know if they only come in full holo, but I think they were both full holo. Yeah, both full holo. So we got two Piazza Birds from this box. No Mothman. Still looking for the Mothman. And we got another Blood Ruby. This is another reverse holo. Just notice this is that like kind of red star as well. Oh, I guess I'm thinking the red star is just telling you that it's a reverse holo rare. That's my takeaway, but that's my set of Blood Rubies, so I'm not looking to pull any more of those if I can avoid it. Lightning in a bottle. I think that's getting me pretty close to my set. We got Earth's Core. So we got another duel. Not the worst thing in the world, again, but I think that completes my set of Earth's Core as well. So again, hopefully I don't pull another one of those. I'm on track to definitely end up with less of that type of stuff than the box that I saw opened. Hopefully, fingers crossed, knock on wood. Got another Loveland Frogman. Hey. And again, I don't know if the first one I pulled was holo or reverse holo, but we got a reverse holo here. Definitely very nice looking. Let's see if that is unique from my first Loveland Frogman. Yeah. So we got the reverse holo that we just pulled, and then we got the full holo. That's what we pulled before. So cool. Got both versions of Loveland Frogman. I take it that's not one of the Obnoxious 9. Is the Obnoxious 9 in this set? Or was that a different set? Broom, Lakeworth Monster, Necromancy, Amp, Fire, Light Beam, Rock. Huggin' Molly Reverse is going to be in place of our rare. That is a little crazy that you can get reverse holo kind of instead of a rare, because I don't believe Huggin' Molly is a rare card. So I don't know how I feel about that. The reverse rares are pretty cool though. Oh, we got another Blood Ruby. Looks like I got an extra one of those. So this is honestly getting pretty up there on the dual mana cards. Again, very useful for deck building, but my chances of needing 3 Blood Rubies are fairly low. Got a Lakeworth Monster Reverse. So that's another one that's not a rare. It's just a reverse. And we've got 3 more packs. Gotta hope for that last pack magic on the Mothman. Baron, Necromancy, Silver Cat, Gluttony, Ice Spell, Power Up. And we got a reverse Bigfoot. That's fine. At least it is a rare. And we got 2 Bigfoots now. I think they're 1 per spellbook. Yeah. As they would be. Get this out of the way here. Trying to get plastic in front of my camera. Ooh. They're a little rough. GG Bird, Poison Arrow, Crossroads, Icy Path, Power Up Blue, Fresno Nightcrawlers. That's at least something unique. So I'll take it. Can we pull a Mothman out of the last pack Magic Mothman pack? That is a real question. Fingers crossed. Again, it's not really a card I want to use, so if I don't get one, it's not the end of the world for me from a deck building perspective, but I would like one from a collecting perspective. I feel like it's kind of like the Charizard of this set, right? Like, everybody loves Mothman. And we got a Bunny Man reverse non-rare, I think. I don't even think that's a rare card. Maybe that's reverse rare. But that's something. That finishes off that box of Cryptid Nation. No Mothman this time. But we got our box topper. They're a little hard to open. We got full hollow stars. 2 of 10. It's definitely nice looking. That's that for that box of Cryptid Nation. What did you think about my thoughts on the future of the market, on these pack openings? Did I open anything crazy that I didn't get excited enough about? Do you think this box was a good box, bad box? Do you think it's worth even buying booster boxes, building decks, playing MetaZoo in general? Do you think MetaZoo is dead? Drop your comments below. Leave a like if you enjoyed the video. If you'd like to see more content like this, definitely let me know. I definitely have more MetaZoo boxes I could open. As always, thank you so much for sticking around to the end. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe if you have the time and if you're enjoying a lot. And when you see those toys and video games and MetaZoo cards off in the distance, remember, it is not a mirage. You guys have a great day.